Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Mutahi Ngunyi has been speaking to the power, and yesterday he issued the unsolicited advice to William Samoei Ruto ahead of the mass action that is coming on 20th of this month. And you might take Mutahi Ngunyi's statement so lightly, but that statement has a bigger meaning, especially this latest one. It has a bigger meaning if you read it carefully. This is what he's telling William Samoei Ruto. Dear Ruto, you are uniting the country against yourself. Do not harden your heart, and if you do, God will send a prophet to tell you to your face, let my people go. I agree with Sakaja. Search for a middle ground is what country need. That is the message from Mutahi Ngunyi to William Samoei Ruto. This message also is made for those who are advising William Samoei Ruto. The big statement that Mutahi Ngunyi is trying to say here, there are just two things. That Ruto, you are uniting people against you. How is Ruto uniting the country against him? That is the question. Number two, that God will send a prophet to you to tell you in the face. You know, when a bad thing is about to happen, when a disaster is about to come, definitely in the history, God usually used to send a prophet to deliver a message ahead of that maybe disaster to come. And lastly, he's saying that the prophet is going to tell William Samoei Ruto the message from God. And what the message? Let my people go. Go where? Those are the questions, about three, what we want to analyze here. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. And to return subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all who are watching, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. When Mutahi Ngunyi tell William Samoei Ruto that you are uniting the country against yourself, how is William Ruto doing this? Ruto has done this in very many different ways. Number one, the first time Ruto united the country against him was when he came to power and he removed all the Unga subsidy. There was Unga subsidy which was helping everyone in this country, whether you are a Luo, Luya, Kikuyu, Kalenjin, those who support Ruto, those who are supporting Raila Odinga. Removing that subsidy, that move only united all of these people, whether you are a Luya, Luo, Kalenjin, Kikuyu, Kamba, whoever you are. Whether you are supporting Ruto, whether you are supporting Raila Odinga. It united them to cry about high cost of living. That's how William Ruto united the country against him. Because they are complaining against William Samoei Ruto as far as the issue of removing subsidy. So Kenyans united against Ruto to complain about the removal of the subsidy. And Raila came in, he said, bring back that subsidy. So Kenyans found someone who is fighting for them to call back that which they were enjoying and Ruto removed. To make it look worse, I'm just looking at the latest statement from Rigathi Gachagua. When Raila is coming on to ask the government to return back subsidy because poor people cannot afford life here, including even middle class. This is what Rigathi Gachagua is saying. Raila has planned demonstrations because he has seen our economy is now doing well. He wants to destroy Nairobi and Kenya so that our economy is destroyed. When Gachagua says that the economy is doing well, this economy is working for who? How can you say that the economy is doing well when Kenyans are buying unga at 250, 230, 215 shillings. Is this economy working for dynasty, the people Ruto referred to? Or is working for who? That is an insult. It makes even Kenyans to unite more against this regime and support the idea that Raila is selling as of now. So you see that point. People are uniting against Ruto because he has allowed it to happen. Raila was in Mount Kenya yesterday. Yesterday. Look on how he was welcomed. Despite the push by the state to try and frustrate, maybe intimidate, stop Raila Amolo Odinga activities in Mount Kenya, it ended up succeeding. We saw people taking babies to Raila Amolo Odinga, because now even babies are crying hunger. We saw people welcoming Raila Amolo Odinga, in a huge crowd. That's happening in Mount Kenya. The state paid some few individuals who came with the placard to say, oh, Ruto, Raila, with those images, printed placards. Those are expensive placards. No, the genuine people are those who are with those placards saying, we are welcoming Raila Amolo Odinga to Mount Kenya. Baba, fight for us. Cost of living is high. Those are the true people speaking to the power. The rest are being paid. Few individuals. So it tells you that Ruto is even uniting those who voted for him against him. Because now they are supporting ideas that Raila is bringing to them. They are supporting the person who is coming to fight for them, who is asking regime to return all subsidies that Kenyans were enjoying. When Ruto came to power, he removed fuel subsidy. That united all border riders in this country. Those who supported Ruto, those who don't support Ruto. They united. They united to cry that the fuel price is so high, then he has made the situation hard for them until they are losing business. Because now Kenyans are now opting for walking rather than taking a motorbike because it is becoming expensive. Wale walipigia Ruto kura, wale walipigia Raila waliungana. Wale Waluya, wale Wajaluo, wale Wakalenjin wa Ruto, wale Wakikuyu wa Gachagua, kama nataka kusema hivyo na hata si wake, sababu walipigia paka Raila kura. Waliungana wote and they are saying that we are losing business. They are uniting against who? William Samoei Ruto. When Ruto came to power, he went further to create 50 positions for CAS, assistant ministers. The court had allowed him to at least have 21. He said no, 50. These 50 are going to attract bigger salary compared to the cabinet, real cabinet. They will get bigger salary than that. Look at that. Ruto has prepared a budget for these CASs when they cannot prepare a budget to subsidize high cost of living in this country. Now, kuweka msumari kwa kidonda. Those people whom he has dished out those positions to, they are billionaires losers who are contesting in the previous election. When Ruto said that he's going to form a government of hustlers, he said that he's going to form government with you people who are jobless, but the border riders, Mamboga, and the poor, those who are down there. So people knew that maybe if we will have such kind of positions, then hustlers will get a chance, whereby now Ruto will be using such position to mentor the youth, to mentor the women ahead of the bigger job, to join active politics, or at least be empowered and work for themselves and help other hustlers. Instead, he has rewarded losers, his close allies, those politicians who had money who were contesting and they lost, the billionaires of this country, Akina Kidero and the group, the governors who lost really, you are giving such position. It means Ruto was giving a chance for all Kenyans, especially those who supported him, to unite against him. Because now they are realizing, this was not hustlers' government. It is the government of the rich. Ruto says that he will not give, Kenya Kwanza is not going to give positions for the big boys. But when he formed the government, the first thing he did, he dished a position to Mudavadi. Wetangula got a position. Gachagua has a position. Kingi has a position. Mutua has a position. He dished out those positions. He said they don't want even the issue of prime cabinet secretary. He made it on the first day. Ruto was just telling Kenyans it's all about we at the top. So, Ruto distanced himself from Kenyans and he united them to talk about these issues. That is what Mutahi Ngunyi is talking about. There are so many things we can mention here. So, unknowingly, William Ruto has united Kenyans. The only person Kenyans are looking up to is Raila Amolo Odinga. Because life has become unbearable. Now they are removing even school fees subsidy. Now parents have to pay expensive. Ruto has united everyone to talk about this issue. So when all this is coming, Kenyans are finding a reason to be on the streets to demonstrate. They're demonstrating against William Ruto. So Mutahi Ngunyi is telling him that if he continue to harden his heart, then God will send a prophet. And once God sends a prophet, most of the time, the prophecy is not a joke. It comes in to destroy someone. That prophet will be delivering a message. The message is simple. Let my people go. Only let my people go. They are going where? Watu wanasema ya kwamba they have to change this government because it's not working for them. And so these people are going to demonstrate, whether they will be beaten, whether they will be tear gassed, whether they will be, some will be, they will be injured. They will demonstrate to push Ruto out so that they can have another person to lead them. If that is not working for them, then what Kalonzo said, and which was a reference to what David Ndi was saying, secession. Secession means this country can be divided. I think that's what Mutahi Ngunyi is talking about. So Ruto should look for a middle ground according to Mutahi Ngunyi. And it is too late to do so. He had a chance, he did not.